Hello, everyone. Um, I'm Matthew, and I'm going to be doing some more drawings today. We are Art Mood. We deal with things with all. We deal with things to do with art in general. So Wednesdays I do drawings, and Thursdays we do discussions. And yeah, generally my stuff at the moment is just doing digital work on clipstudiopaint. So yeah, I'm gonna try and record as long as I can today. I realize I can actually take breaks now, so I'll try to I'll try and do what I can today. So yeah, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the chat, and I'll try and get back to you when I can. If there's any technical issues I might not be noticing right away, you should probably bring it up. But yeah, this is a good space for everyone. So try to be respectful to others. And yeah, um, again, my name is Matthew, and today will be today not discussions today. I'll just be doing some sketches, and I'll try and do some fan art today. So yeah. So I figured what I would do first is I would just do some photo studies again. I'm quite fond of those these days. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. And I'll be taking occasional breaks. I'll try and go for maybe 2 hours today, depending on how I'm feeling. Drawing after a while kind of, I don't know, it's not great for my back. And my room is incredibly hot. So, yeah. So, yeah, hopefully we can get stuff done today. So what I'll do is maybe draw some, do some sketches. Let's try. Let's try this one. So at the moment I'm into kind of 1940s, 1950s looks. So maybe I'll try different brushes for each one. See how that goes. But yeah, feel free to ask questions, and if you want to see my previous videos, we have a YouTube channel with the same name. So Art Mood. So you just write art and you put a small L in between after the art, then mood, and you should be able to find it. But yeah. So I started doing these streams maybe 4 weeks ago, and so far it's not too bad. They're enjoyable, and I'm still learning the system, but it's not too bad. So my background essentially is I've been drawing since I was 8, but I didn't get good until maybe actually I shouldn't say I didn't get good. I'm still learning. Because a problem I have is that I don't draw as often as I should. so my drawings are sometimes lacking. So I'm hoping these streams are a good way to push myself to draw more often. So yeah. Um. Hmm. So yes. So if you're new to the channel, generally we discuss art on Thursdays. As for which particular art, anything. So at the moment we're kind of doing a Japanese month. So we're just discussing Japanese artists, particularly old Japanese artists, you know, and it's been fun and studying and doing the research for those. So you can join us for those during on Thursdays, 9 p.m. No, not 9 p.m. 9:30 London time, 9:30 p.m. London time, and yeah, and on Wednesdays I do these drawings. So yeah, so essentially the nice thing about doing these kind of drawings is that it helps me step out of my comfort zone a little bit, and it's fun for me. Yeah. Let's see. So recently I've been trying to catch up on some movies that I haven't watched before. So I watched The Iron Giant, which is actually quite good. Um, Actually, when I was a kid, they marathoned it on Cartoon Network, but I was really busy that day, so I couldn't get to watch it. But yeah, now I did, and I can understand. I can understand why people are into it. It's a nice movie. It's a little cliched here and there, but I enjoy it. I think it's quite good. Um, that eraser is a bit too big. Good size to go for is 11. That's the mat. That's a good size. Same with drawing brushes, just pencils and stuff on this application. Oop. Pardon me. This room is quite humid, so yeah. I still have some unfinished drawings I need to work on, so that's why I have so many tabs open on Clip Studio. Sometimes I just forget about them. So I have so many drawings, even from when I was in university, that I just haven't finished. I just lost interest or something. I don't know. Yeah. So usually my process is to do a rough outline for most of my work. Actually, I'm going to do some fan art later, and I've done one or two rough outlines. So usually it would be a good idea for me to start from scratch, but I'm hoping maybe I can go for 2 hours today, but I'm thinking if I'll have enough time to finish everything, so I decided it might be good if I um do um some line art first, then I just work from there. So yeah, aside from the Iron Giant, I watched the recent Adams Family movie. I was kind of a fan when I was a kid, so I wanted to see if they did a good job with the film. I thought it was okay. It wasn't great, but I liked parts of it. Um, but yeah, overall, I don't know. I don't know if I would watch it again, but um, it was okay. I wonder if there's a reason why a lot of films these days, like a lot of animations, are 3D now. At least Western ones. I'm not particularly sure why, but yeah, that's just kind of how things are these days. Kind of wish it was 2D. I don't know. But aside from that, it was okay. Not great, but yeah. Um, yeah. So, oh, let's try a different brush. Um, let's try a pen. Let's give this one a try. It's a little too big though. Well, maybe it's okay. Mm, this size for now and see how it goes. Hmm. Yeah, I'll try a smaller size. Let's try 11. 11's, like I said, it's the best size for, I think, a lot of work. So generally, I tend to work traditionally. So I often draw with pencil and paper, and the occasional. This looks a bit weird. So let's try. Yeah, so I generally just work in pen and pencil. Um, and I've been trying to get into digital stuff during the lockdown. I did sort of a clipstudiopaint course on Udemy. So I've gotten the hang of it a bit, but I'm still kind of learning things about it. I just try whatever is there, and oh, this is looking a bit weird. Proportions a bit off. Yeah, and I just see what I just see what happens. See, the trick is always to keep the ears just around this where the eyes are. So, what else? So yeah, Adam's Family, Iron Giant. I watched Road to El Dorado as well. I've never watched it before, but I've seen all the memes, so I figured, yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot, and I actually liked it. It was funny, well animated. Um, yeah, it's an actual pretty good film. I can imagine it's a classic. Um, Also, to my knowledge, I don't think it has a sequel, and I don't know. Sometimes films should stay that way. Not every film needs a sequel. You know, I sometimes feel like sequels kind of ruin things. You know, because it's kind of hard to live to the expectations of the previous film. And yeah, so but you know, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Um, Another film. Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Never watched that film before, so I figured I'd give it a go, and I like it. It's very good. Um, I'm sure there's problems with the film because it's I don't know, it's got some cliches here and there that might make it predictable. And I do think maybe the bad guy's written a bit too cartoony, if that makes sense. He's just, he's just a jerk. And I think I don't know, I kind of like it when they write villains to be a bit more than what they are, you know? I don't know. Um, the ears look a bit weird, so if I just make them a little bigger, I think I'll fix it. Um, what else? Yeah. Actually, and just the animation in general is really good. The art style is quite good. It's the same artist who did the art for Hellboy, and that's pretty good. It's fantastic artwork. So yeah, I dig it. Um, yeah, and music is pretty good. Just just almost everything is good. Like I like the side characters; they're all written quite well, most of them. And she looks a little mannish, right? Not bad though. Maybe if I do this, maybe, and maybe. It's not really helping. yeah. What else? What else? Um, hmm. Trying to remember of something else I watched. Um, I'm watching some stuff on Amazon as well. They have a lot of old films there, so I'm trying to get that out of the way. Um, so that's something. Um, ooh, yes, I'm watching Mystery Men on Amazon. Yeah. Um, yeah, and it's okay. You know, I think I've watched it a long time ago, but I actually don't remember what happened in the film. Because I think when it came out, I was like maybe in primary school or something. And I think I more or less watched it because it was superheroes. And, you know, even at that time, I really liked watching superhero things. So, um, yeah, it's so far, I haven't finished watching it, but so far it's, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I have a feeling it's not going to be a good film, but I'm still watching it because, well, to be fair, most films I watch that aren't good, I can still kind of get some enjoyment out of it. So I don't think it should discourage people if a film is bad that you shouldn't watch it. I think you should still watch it. You know, um, it's still kind of an experience. So I think it's not a bad idea to do that. I don't know. And I don't know, like one of I like those disco themed villains in the story. Um, yeah, I don't know. I like disco stuff. So yeah, I think that's a neat idea. You should probably think of names for these people. These characters I'm drawing. Hmm. So yeah, a lot of my influences are from Japanese art illustrations. I grew up reading a lot of comic books, and cartoons are actually the way I learned English. Actually, so initially my first language was not English. Um, it was Fonte. Um, for some reason, and yeah, and then I just learned English from a lot of just American cartoons growing up. I watched Spider Man, uh, the old Batman cartoon, you know, the one from the 90s. Um, um, what other show? The X Men cartoon, um, Animaniacs, Freakazoid. Um, maybe this is too wide, so let's make it smaller. Yeah. What else? Disney movies, or Disney cartoons as well. And yeah, so I really got into drawing from watching a lot of these cartoons growing up. When I was in Ghana, we could only watch cartoons for about 2 hours a day because at the time we didn't have a cartoon channel in Ghana, so the main channel would have cartoons a little bit per day, and then it would just go back to just showing Ghana stuff. So I watched Dexter's Lab and all these other stuff. Yeah. I wasn't born in Ghana though. I actually was born in England, but I had to stay in Ghana for certain reasons. So, but I had kind of this problem learning languages. So when I used to go to class, it was just struggle learning English. But I was able to speak my mother tongue, which doesn't really help if you live in England. But then when I went to Ghana and I was watching a lot of cartoons there, I would just pick it up and yeah. Then I learned the language that way. Okay, it's been a half hour already. Let's do one more. Okay. Let's try a different one. Let's use a marker this time. Felt pen. That's interesting. So yeah, it got me into a lot of art, and when I went to secondary school, I started drawing a lot more often there. I was really into computer games, for instance, so I would do a lot of fan art or something like Sonic or Mario or something, and yeah. Actually, Sonic was probably my favorite character to draw because he wasn't too complicated. He was kind of simple to draw. So I kind of just got used to drawing him for a bit. And yeah. What I used to do was also make like comics about those chows in the chow garden. Because I felt like it was such an interesting idea, you know, and I felt like there should be more things to do with chows. But I've noticed Sega just has not done anything with them for years. Which is weird. Like, you'd think, like, with the way things are, they would just be able to, like, do something of them. I mean, I don't know how, because the neat thing about Chaos is that on the Dreamcast, they had this kind of memory card that also works like a little console. We're trying with this. Let's give it a try. Keep it going. Yeah, so the memory card would add like a small game console, and you put the chow in the games console, and then you take it around, and you play with it, and then you bring it back home, and you put it in the main game, and yeah, it was a neat idea. I don't think it might be hard to do that these days, unless maybe, I don't know, they do something with mobile phones. Yeah. And even when they ported it on the GameCube, they found ways around it by by having you port the Chows onto the Game Boy Advance. So yeah, I don't know. So that game was pretty nostalgic for me. And honestly, I think what I really enjoyed about it in Sonic Adventure 2 was just the Chow Garden, mostly. Um, so what I'm drawing now, it's actually from a photo of Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I kind of dig that hairstyle. It's like a classic hairstyle for her. Nowadays you have her with short hair or something because of Spider Verse. But yeah, I don't know. It's a classic girl next door sort of hairstyle. It's also kind of retro, very kind of traditional. Pen's kind of nice, but I don't think I would draw much with it. It's I don't know. It is like a felt tip pen, to be fair. So it's not terrible, but I don't know. It's not for me, I guess. And then this up here, and then yeah. Yeah. So yeah, cartoons really helped me grow, I guess. And from that, I go into different types of art and the like. And we started this channel because my coworker and I are really into art. Um, I don't think she draws, but you know, she's quite knowledgeable about the field in terms of paintings and such and sculptures. I grew up with it mostly just from comic books and digital work. But you know, like in uni, I had to study about all the arts. So yeah. Okay. Ooh, the eyes are really hard. So yeah. If you guys dig art, then check us out tomorrow as well, and we'll discuss another painting by another Japanese artist. You'll have to see who we're talking about though tomorrow. I can't give too much away. I would recommend trying to draw with me if possible, but I don't know how I can hmm. What's the best way to do this? Yeah, it's not a bad idea, right? There's might be some people who are interested in drawing this. So give me a sec. Hmm. Uh. What's the best way to do this? Hmm. Actually, I'll just get it ready for next time. I actually don't know where I found the image, so I need to look for it. And I don't want to waste time. So, yeah, I'll do that next time. Give me a sec. Gonna just take a quick break. Lost my pen. Just a moment. There's a thing next to the tablet where you're meant to store the pen, but I always forget to. Yeah, so I always remember to put it back there. Yeah, so I did manage to find the image. I keep a ton of folders on my computer, and it was in the folder that's called hair. Funny enough, so yeah, so you can draw with me if you so wish. Okay. What was I using? Not pencil, not marker. That was it. Do you think Gwen will be in the? Well, probably not because, she died in the second Spider-Man film. But with this whole multiverse thing in the new Spider-Man film, I'm thinking it should be like referenced, or it should actually make an appearance or something. It'd be nice if she did. I doubt it, but it would be nice. This felt tip is okay, but I don't know. Like, it doesn't work too well for me. I'm not used to it. I shouldn't have done that. Let's go all the way back. Maybe that will do. So maybe at 10. So in a few minutes, we'll try and get some fan art done today. So during my breaks, what I try to do now is I try to, try to fix my back, and I'm also trying not to lean too into the too close to the pad. So it's might be able to draw for a while today. Generally, when I look around Twitch, I know there's a number of people that um, draw for hours, and I'm gonna see if I can try to do that, but most likely not. Not for super long anyway. So my style is quite rigid. Um, I usually tend to draw like this, then go over it again and again until the final product is done. And I notice there's quite a number of artists that do that as well, like digital artists. And yeah, I don't know, it's more comfortable for me to draw like this. The other week I tried to plan my lines out a bit more, but it was just very difficult to get into the mindset of doing that. I'm so used to just drawing this way that it's kind of tough to change. I still want to give it a try again to see if I can do it, but yeah, um, yeah, I just prefer doing it this way. So yeah, another thing I'm hoping to do in the future is to discuss some illustrators. So one of my biggest influences is Iguchi, Iguchi, and Hisashi Iguchi, and he tends to do kind of work that looks like pop art. He doesn't use too many lines for his work, and I don't know. I like it. It's simple. He doesn't use too many colors, too many lines. It's just very flat, like quite a lot of pop art. And one of the things I was told to do when I get into drawing is to find someone whose style you feel like would be similar to yours, so you can kind of see how they do what they do, essentially. So I found out about him, and when I was in Japan, I bought one of his books. Yeah, he makes a lot of fantastic art. He's on Instagram and Twitter. So just look up Hisashi Eguchi. He tends to draw a lot of women like I do, and he doesn't put too much detail into his work. At least his final pieces, anyway. And from what I've seen, I mean, I'm sure he didn't start off like this because he actually started off by doing my manga. But his manga looks a lot different from what he does now, so it's why I didn't want to mention it initially. Um, yeah, his manga just looks very different from his current stuff. Since I think he made the manga in quite a while ago, maybe 80s or 90s, possibly. So now he does a lot of like commercial work. So you will sometimes see his work around Japan on shirts or um like on posters, selling trying to promote like wine or like a car or something. And yeah, it's really good. It's very hmm it's very semi-realistic, which I'm always a fan of. And he tends to draw women because, well, the reason I like to draw women is because of fashion and hair. Women can look good in anything. Men can too, to some extent, but I feel like it's just nicer. Yeah. So generally, um, so yeah, so he makes his semi-realistic work, uses flat colors, minimal colors. Um, he said in an interview he just liked, he preferred this kind of style. It's simple and it's straight to the point, you know. So I felt like I kind of want to do that as well. I don't want to copy it, but just it's a neat idea. Although I'm kind of fond of blending colors and such, so you know, it's an idea. It's not one I necessarily want to do, but it's something I want to try. So yeah, so his work is pretty good. I'm hoping to buy more art books in the future when I get the finance to do so. I like to color art books actually, like usually for just illustrators. So, for example, I have two books by Yusuke Kozaki, the artist for Fire Emblem Awakening, Fire Emblem Fates, the No More Heroes games. Um, what else? Pokemon Go. Did the artwork for that. Um, and yeah, his work is quite good too. Um, just a moment. I keep forgetting I drew it in a different angle, so I need to maybe get rid of this here. And then yeah, don't think I need these. Yeah, maybe for now it's okay. It's it's 2 minutes to 10, so maybe I should start doing some other stuff. I do like this just for the shading. It looks nice. It feels very much like felt a felt pen. It feels very nostalgic. So, like when I was in school, I used to sometimes draw in felt. So yeah, during my break, I was preparing the material for the next set of drawings or drawing. So I'll get to that. Okay. So at the moment, I have been trying to post stuff on Twitter, but it's a bit slow. So I'm just thinking of posting something maybe once or twice a week, depending on how much drawings I have. I have a lot of traditional ones. I don't have a lot of digital ones, so I'm trying to build up a collection first. Yeah, that'll do for now. So yeah, let's move on to the next drawing. That's what we did earlier, and yeah. So I'm going to try and do some fan art of Raiden from Genshin Impact. Um, it was told. My coworker recommended that I try to start from the beginning when I do these, but draw these. I mean, and it seemed easier for me to just do it this way today because I don't know how long I'll do the stream for. Um, and personally, it just saves time for you guys too because I'll take a while. So I'd rather just do it this way so that so I don't take too much time just setting up the drawing. I don't draw super fast, so I wanted to do it this way instead. That's pretty much it. I feel like I could have said that easier, but I didn't. I don't know why I said it in such a complicated way, but yeah. So we're gonna start on this. The pose I used, the reference for is this one. Give me a sec. It's just there. So I used this one as a reference. I googled spear pose on on Google, and I also checked on Pinterest for other poses. There's quite a lot of them that I found which are pretty good, but this one seems kind of straightforward. So yeah, I'm gonna use this one for the drawing. I was thinking if I should keep it around in case someone wants to look at it and maybe follow what I'm doing. Um, hmm. I'll keep it up here for now. I'll move it around accordingly, so that everyone can actually join in if they want. So yeah, I got this character in Genshin recently. Um, Took loads of Primo gems though, so I'm not too happy about that. Um, I like her design. It's really cool. Honestly, I think that's the reason I got her is just because of her design. Um, but yeah. So I have to keep going to this tool. Maybe this side is good. I don't know if you guys can see it, but often I have a lot of interesting backgrounds on wallpapers on my laptop. I keep them around to kind of motivate me to draw. Whenever I see a good drawing, it usually makes me feel like I should draw. So it might be a good thing for you guys to try that as well. I don't know. It might not be for everyone. But yeah, I think you guys should try it. If you're trying to get into designing or drawing. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're into architecture, for example, it might be good to have a image of a particular building, piece of architecture you like. Um, for reference. Not really for reference, more like, yeah, just to motivate yourself, right? So, yeah. Um, I don't usually draw game characters because more often than not, they're very complicated to draw. If it's a 2D character, like let's say Street Fighter characters, most of the games have been 2D. You know, they've been sprite games. Usually with sprite games, they give the characters less details on their design, so that they can make lots of different sprite sheets for them. And it's just quicker. You know, they just have maybe one main color scheme, and then they just make him do different poses and such. So it's easier. But in general, um, 3D games, because they have more room to give the characters interesting poses and different things to do, they give them more characteristics. If I'm picking weird words, but essentially 2D characters like Street Fighter, for example, the old Street Fighter games, they just had something like Ryu in a white gi and a belt and a headband or something. And most of the characters kind of work in that same way. And a lot of 3D games now, they can add whatever they want to the characters because they're just moving the models around. They're not making like 40 models or something. Maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they're just copying it and then just redoing it each time. Um, I don't know. I don't know the technical stuff. I can't remember anyway. Um, but yeah. So essentially, because of the choices now, they tend to make the characters look more detailed. So if you look at, let's say, an RPG game that's 3D, the characters look very detailed. Like they have different colors, different accessories, maybe a very detailed weapon or something. Yeah, if we look at like let's say any Devil May Cry game, a lot of the characters' outfits are very detailed. They have a lot of things going on, and they have charms and pendants or something, you know. Which is kind of hard to do in 2D. Not that it's hard, it's just a lot. It just takes longer, and it's not convenient. So um, yeah. So yeah. Bottom line, I find it hard to draw 3D game characters because they have a lot going on in their design. Even manga, in general, especially weekly ones, they tend to give the characters somewhat simple designs, so that the mangaka can keep drawing every week without having to rush the characters. Um, although I've noticed sometimes when the artist gets better, they tend to give the characters more unique things to their design. Maybe they find ways to do it. I don't know. Um, yep. There we go. Let's move this down. here. I think her head is too small, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Actually, let me. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah. So I bring this up because this character is really hard to draw. She has a lot of details in her clothing and yeah, her hair. Her hair is like several colors too, so that's not great. Um, oh, too much of a big chin. I don't know. Big chins are nice too. I don't know. I'm not against them. Okay. So yeah, she has a lot of details. It's actually quite frustrating. Like when I started to gather reference material to draw her, I was like, man, this is nuts. Like, can I actually finish drawing this? But yeah, we'll see. Give me a sec. I'm also using my PS4 for the reference. Um, I have her on the system, so I can just. The nice thing is you can select her character and look at her character model, and you can spin the camera around. I have pictures on my computer as well to use for reference, but generally, um, no. Generally, it just seems easier to do it this way, since I can actually see around the character. I noticed this was yeah. I just realized it's just easier. When I was drawing Harley Quinn one time, I just realized it was easier to just use the game's oh crap, to use the Arkham Knight's 3D models for reference. So yeah, I did that, and it was just way easier. There's a lot of detail in that outfit, so I'm thinking if I missed something. And even when I do the final touches to this, I will have to keep checking for stuff. I'm also thinking of adding some flowers in the background for her. So we'll see how that goes. If I can get this done quick enough. I might have to cut corners of her design because there's like too many details on the on her outfit. But maybe I'll try. I don't know. I think it should be higher. I haven't finished it. I'm not up to date with the story though, so I don't really know what her deal is. But she looks like an interesting character, design-wise. Okay, so just checking my messages. Yeah, so yeah, I do sort of like the game, particularly for the character designs. I'm not fond of like, I mean, it's not bad at all, but I don't know. I think the heads and the faces look kind of weird to me because they all look kind of like kids, and I get maybe that's the idea, but it's just weird seeing these kid faces on like tall people. And I know that's the kind of a style, you know. You see it a lot in certain, anime and the like. Um, but I don't know, just kind of, I don't know, just not my style, I guess. Is it bad? No, it's just not for me. I prefer smaller heads, but that's me. That's just me. Um, this should be higher too. I don't know if you guys can hear the fan, but I'm hoping it's not too loud. Um, I can turn it off. I'll roast, but that's fine. It's okay. Oh, I didn't notice that before. So she has kind of a hair ornament, which looks very complicated, but I'll give it a shot. Actually, I need to also just work on her face in general. So, just pardon me for a bit. If you guys were looking at the reference, just give me a few moments. Let me reduce the brush size a bit. Ooh, another film I've been watching recently is Men in Black International. I heard the movie didn't do so well, but I still want to check it out. Do want to see if it's decent. Yeah, so far it seems okay. It's not particularly like grabbing me, like, wow, this is amazing. It's alright. Yeah, I mean, I'll finish watching it and see how it goes, but so I would definitely need to do some reference stuff here because there's a lot of details in the character. So um, uh, maybe a little shading here. I don't usually watch TV because I'm more of a online sort of person. But I actually found that they're actually showing up Bob Ross uh, that show here. Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I was really surprised because I don't think we've actually had it here before. So we get a lot of weird shows now. Not weird. I shouldn't say weird. Weird is a bad choice. I mean weird choices in terms of shows that we get nowadays. Like we only recently got Seinfeld, you know. But Seinfeld is such an old show, but they're just like, oh, here you go, here's Seinfeld, you know? And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm glad we got it eventually, but I'm kind of wondering why now, I guess. I don't know. Like, I kind of just wish, I kind of wish we got these kind of shows earlier, but I suppose one could say, better now than never, I guess. It's too big. I haven't actually watched Seinfeld yet, though, but I need to. I need to take the time to watch it. Maybe if it's on like Netflix or something, then yeah, it's on TV, but I don't generally watch TV. So yeah, I think like just Netflix and all these other types of things are just taking over everything because it's just way more convenient. You know, you can just watch anything at any time. Not anything, just anything that these providers have. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, just really concentrate on this. What else? What else? The artist I was talking about, Hisashi Eguchi. He has a good book that I got in Japan called Step. I recently found out there's a shop online called otaku.co.uk, and it's similar to Play Asia. You can buy things from Japan, from overseas, and then you can the hair thingamabob. I wish I could zoom in. Oh, come on, that looks really. Ugh, okay, fine. If you want to play that way. Um, yeah. So you can actually use it to order this book. Not that I did, but I was searching the website for art books you can buy, Japanese ones, and yeah, they have uh, quite a number of art books there. But you probably need to search under Japanese books, not art books. Um, 1, 2. Okay, so it's like a star shape. The eyebrows need some work, but maybe for now it's okay. So yeah, it's actually quite useful if you're interested in getting some art books like myself. So yeah, my recommendation is getting the book Step by Iguchi Hisashi. It's just a book with a lot of the stuff he's drawn, from commercials, fan art, just lots of different stuff. It's actually quite a big book, so I haven't finished reading it. Yeah, it's really precious to me now. But yeah, I recommend it. That's a tassel, apparently. And I need this one here. I do envy people that can draw really fast digitally. Often I can draw quite fast on paper. If I just really focus for a good hour or so. But digitally it takes a while. But I'm sure for many people, unlike me, maybe the angle's a bit weird. Okay, let's try that angle. So yeah, but if you're like me, it's not bad if you take a while to draw things. As long as you get to the finish line, then it's no problem. Yeah, I noticed her hair is a little different from what I thought it was. So yeah. One, two, three, four. I always have to count the fingers. It's very annoying because sometimes I'll just add an extra finger for some reason, and it just ruins the whole composition, and I have to fix it, and yeah, it's just annoying. Now you might think it's obvious, but sometimes I just don't notice it. So it's actually kind of common. I've seen some people make the same mistake. Well, since I've seen some professional work where someone just gave someone like 5 fingers and a thumb, and someone has to mention, "Hey, you gave that guy too many fingers," and they're like, "Oh, damn it, I have to go and fix it now, and yeah. So, yeah. I might have to take another break soon because my back's kind of acting up. So just try and do what I can for now. She's wearing a kind of kimono type thing, like a kind of battle kimono or something. And yeah. Actually, I follow quite a number of artists that are very good at drawing things fast online. Like I follow this artist on Twitter called Hani, Hanny, and she brings out she posts a lot of stuff really quick. I've noticed, but then maybe she actually spends a lot of time on them. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. She's always posting stuff, so that's really good. Also, Hungry or Hungry Clicker on Twitter. He posts something pretty much every day, and it always looks like professional. You know, like it always looks like something it took ages, but I guess not because he posts a digital piece of work every day, and it's like fully detailed and fully colored, and it's it always looks really good. So yeah, if you want to check his stuff out, it's on Twitter. It's Hunkuri, so HANKURI. And the previous artist is Hanny, which is HANNY. She posts a lot of Tekken stuff, so fan art from Tekken. It's kind of the wrong length, isn't it? This is kind of difficult because it's like a lot of like easy to miss things about the character. I remember when I was drawing Lady from Devil May Cry 5, it took ages to draw. Because there's a lot of things to her outfit. And then when I had to draw the bazooka, that probably was the. That almost made me want to give up several times. I was just so tired. Just like. So irritating. But I did it. I wasn't too happy with the final product, so I didn't post it online. But yeah. Maybe your hand is too big. Let me check. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's too big. the middle part. That's gonna be a pain. Her head is still kind of small, isn't it? Maybe too small? I don't know. It looks fine, but a part of me feels like it looks weird. Let me zoom out. See, the best way to fix this is if I just do this. And then I can actually increase the size. And then shift it around. And let me fix that. Oh, wrong one. Wrong, yeah. Ugh. I'm screwing up on the face so much. Okay, the face is like the easiest part. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So, what else? So yeah, maybe in the future I'll do some Street Fighter stuff. I'm generally into fighting games and RPGs. As for which one I play the most, by myself RPGs, with other people it's fighting games. So it's kind of a good balance. It's one of the things I didn't like about the lockdown was that I couldn't really play fighting games that much because there wasn't a lot of motivation for me to get better. Motivation is kind of a problem of mine in general. So yeah, I play Street Fighter, Tekken. Street Fighter not as much these days. I could do, but I don't know. Just don't play it as much. Tekken, I play that quite a bit. King of Fighters sometimes. I technically like King of Fighters a bit more than I do Street Fighter, because I prefer the characters in that one. And no, so yeah, looks better. I've been doing this for such a long time today. Okay, let's check how much time passed. Ooh, it's almost 2 hours. Okay. Uh, yeah, just keep going. What will happen if I do this? Ah, that's better. So I can see the chat and I can see the drawing. Okay. Yeah. So some artists I follow just draw very quickly, and it's cool. See, they're a lot passionate about drawing than I am. I love drawing, but nowadays it's more like I just like watching other people draw. When I was in secondary school and primary school and college and uni, I was a lot more passionate about drawing, and I used to do that a lot. But I don't know. It just sort of died for a while, and then I got back into it only recently. So I'm still trying to kind of relearn stuff. When you don't draw for a while, you kind of forget really basic things, uh, like body proportions and the like. Okay. Let's zoom out. The main body part is gonna be annoying. But let's see. Let's see how that goes. Let's move you to the right. Okay. Okay. You know what? I could finish earlier today. I can maybe continue this next week. Maybe I'll finish the underline stuff. Then maybe we can ink next week. And yeah, That'll be something. Yeah, okay. I was hoping to go for a long time today, but I think it's a good idea. Especially since I think a lot of people that are able to do this do these kind of long streams during the daytime. It's nighttime here, and I'm starting to feel a teeny bit sleepy. So um, might have to continue this another time. And yeah, yeah, okay. If anyone wants to continue, maybe working on this on their own time, um, if you type up something like spear pose in Pinterest, you might be able to find this image. Then maybe you can do your own version, and you can send. You can maybe send me a message on my Twitter, which is at the bottom of the screen, and we can compare if you want. Um, yeah, this is fun actually, but yeah, I'm starting to kind of feel sleepy and yeah. Um, any extra notes? Yes. So essentially, oh, another artist I like is Eisaku Kubonochi. Um, maybe you might know him, maybe you don't. So if anyone has watched Carol and Tuesday on Netflix, he's the artist for that. So they used his character designs for that particular anime. Um, if you watch Japanese commercials, he also did those cup noodle ads where it had One Piece characters, but the art style was quite different. Also, Sazae-san and some different manga and anime for these cup noodle adverts. They would change the art style to this particular artist's work. He's kind of known for generally um, drawing in pencil and colored pencils, and just like Eguchi, he also tends to draw mostly women. So, um, so yeah. Actually, he doesn't usually draw women. He tends to draw girls usually. So he always likes to give like women and girls a kind of baby face type of look. But I tend to like his traditional work. I don't think he generally does digital work, to my knowledge. He maybe he does, but I haven't really seen it. Or if I have, it looks very similar to his traditional work. He's also on Twitter and possibly on Instagram. If you type Eisaku Kubo no no Eisaku Kubo no Uchi on Google, I think his Twitter handle is in the Wikipedia. So it's Eisaku Kubo no Uchi. His name is really hard to say. I think if you just type Eisaku art, probably you'll find it. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm more of a traditional artist, so I tend to like pencils, coloring pencils, alcohol pens. Um, so I kind of like looking at his artwork, and I bought one of his books from Play Asia, and it's quite big as well actually. So I haven't actually looked through the whole thing, but it looks really nice, and he's usually posting stuff every few days on Twitter. Sometimes he also posts progress stuff. So he might do a drawing and show the process of making that particular drawing, that piece. So he'll do kind of like the underline and then coloring 1 and 2 and that sort of thing. So it might be a good. I find those are quite good. They're quite educational. So it's not a bad idea for people to look at that if you're into that sort of thing. If you want to get better at drawing, it tends to help me as well. It's very useful. I have quite a few videos of people drawing stuff, and I find it quite interesting. And I tend to use the same methods when I'm drawing on clipstudiopaint or just drawing in general. So, for example, I'm drawing in blue pencil first, then I'll create another layer and then go over it in pen. So some people just go straight with like one layer and then just draw. And I used to be able to do that when I was younger, but now I'm a bit rusty, so I have to be more. I have to prepare a bit more. Yeah. Also, if you want to see our previous streams, we have it on our YouTube page. It's art mood, just like it is on Twitter. It's spelled exactly the same way. So art, then a small L, then mood. There's already kind of another art mood on YouTube. That's not us. You just have to look out for our logo. Yeah. So Wednesdays I do drawings. So yeah. And Thursdays we do discussions. Tomorrow we're going to discuss another artist. We're discussing Japanese stuff at the moment, mostly Japanese paintings. But the fourth one you have to see. Will it be a painting? Will it be a I don't want to say. You have to see it. So yeah, our next stream is tomorrow. It won't be a drawing one. It will be discussion, and it'll be shorter than usual because we're still kind of deciding how long these discussions should be. So, we're trying to go between 30 minutes to an hour. So, yeah. So if you wanna, I wouldn't. So I would try to get, here tomorrow early to catch our stream because it'll be at 9:30 p.m. and it's only maybe 30 minutes. So, yeah. But I suppose you can just go on Twitter and not Twitter. You can go on Twitch and then just watch the video or something. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. We managed to get some stuff done today, so yeah, I'm pretty proud of this one. That's fun. And this one as well, which I didn't finish, but yeah, also fun. I like the idea of trying these sketches with different brushes to see what happens. So next time I'll maybe try it again. And yeah, I have a ton of brushes and pens to use on here, so yeah, yeah, let's try them out next week and then maybe continue with this raidenshogun drawing, because I'm also working on the background for this particular piece as well. So yeah, join me for that. Thanks for listening or participating, and yeah, hope everyone has a nice day or a nice evening or a nice morning wherever you are. And this has been Matthew, and have a nice existence. Okay, bye bye.